Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. So before we get started, I'll be running a special on my Patreon for Thanksgiving and for Black Friday. So if you're really interested, and that is why I have this on the screen, because you never know, one trade can make you a millionaire. I'm not saying that's gonna make you millionaire right after you join my Patreon, but one trade, one good trade can get you a lot of money. So keep an eye out, guys. I'll be making an announcement pretty much everywhere in my Discord, on my Patreon, on YouTube. That special will be up on Thanksgiving and then on Black Friday for multiple days. I don't know, exactly what that is gonna be, but it's gonna be big for annual membership. Now, this play, look at right here, MSTR spread. Watch, but it could be a fantastic play, but very risky Friday or next Friday expiration. 450 puts at opening. Everyone, this Friday will be cheap. Stop loss, it's not going to work. And why? I mean, this thing was going ballistic. A couple of gap ups here. You can see. I mean, and then also I said, or for 100, whatever is cheap, whatever you can afford. Mara, another one you can get if you want at opening. Now, MSTR opened yesterday. I'm talking about Thursday. Today is Friday, and I'm talking about Thursday. And it opened here. I did not get filled. Then the second time, it was really hard. 13 tries in about maybe a minute or two. Keep getting rejection, not getting filled because of the spread. And then it got up to 534 again after a mini drop. And that is where I got in with just two contracts first. And then that drop was epic. This thing went to the moon. Came back up to 480 again. For the second time I played it, this time went bigger, not two contracts, 20. And that was this Friday. Today expiration made $34,000 on that trade. And people who actually got some, I don't want to say it, but you know what I mean. People who got some B word, they took it and they made money because you got to have some B. If you don't have that, you're not going to make money. You're seeing MSTR going up 60, 70 bucks in a day, and you're just waiting to see what. You know that thing is going to come down. And what happened, guys? I mean, look at this. It was what was it? Almost 542, 550. And from there, what came was like unreal 371, 372. And I was looking at it, it was almost 200%. Some cases it went up even more, even with IB 209%. So these trade ideas can happen. This is not something will take place every day, but especially people that are long term, they're looking to make money. These people are really serious about trading, guys. You need to check out that special that I'm going to run on Thanksgiving and on Black Friday. And regardless, like if you want the special or not, if you're serious about trading, you can join today. Patreon is open. But here's the thing, and this is also a lesson, that is why I'm sharing with you guys here in this video with this all these mega cap stocks. This is actually a flash crash right here. What happened? We gap up and go, and then it got really stressed. They gotta sell. And we were talking about it before that, the sell-off is gonna be really nasty. And it really was nasty. I mean, you can see how big of a drop that was. I mean, look at this candle, guys. Look at the size of this candle. So yes, you can make money, but you got to wait for that timing. So if you got the timing right, you can make money. You can go in, like I did second time, and you still make money. And there was more money even on the second time. But you know how this thing is. Like if you don't take profit, it came back up today, I would be holding it back. So you got to be smart when you're taking a trade on something like Msft on a flush crush. You got to take that trade. So all these trade ideas will be available on Patreon, and that special will be also available from Thanksgiving and also on Black Friday, guys. So on Netflix, it's absolutely flat on the day, and again got up actually up to 906 over 900, came back and pretty much just flat on the day. And this is another one that can come down easily, 40, $50. So this is another candidate right here. It's getting really stretched, and you can see, I mean, the 5-day moving average is sitting at 870, and the stock is trading over 900. It was over 900, and now trading slightly under 900. I mean, there is no pullback, nothing whatsoever. Even if we get a pullback, I think 842 definitely on the card. It can happen. I mean, yes, things are bullish. I'm not saying that it's not gonna go up, but things are getting really stretched to the upside. So Netflix over 900, yes, we can see 910. That is where upper Bollinger Band is sitting, but under 900, so far is sitting under 900. There will be support at 880, and underneath that level, this 5-day moving average, you'll see a drop all the way down to 842. And then we can talk about possibly more downside. And I'm talking about, coming down to possibly 800 to this 20-day moving average, which is sitting at 809. So that is a long way down. We're not even getting a pullback. So let's just say 880 right here to the downside, key level of support, and the resistance at 900. Over that, you'll see a quick trip up to another brand new all-time high, 920. Amazon stock is down 0.64%. So Amazon yesterday, bulls, they were trying to hold 198, and today you can see, I mean, we did not recover, and we're not actually trading over 200. So that is not looking bullish here on Amazon. I mean, yes, this still could be look below and fail, but we left a huge gap open here on top, and now we're coming down close to this gap 190 that is still in play. This gap down here, if we cannot get over 200 early as next week, slowly but surely you're going to see the next level 195, 193, 50-day moving average, and then closing the gap at 190. Resistance will be at 200. Over that, you're going to see a move up to 205.69, and then we have this gap also will be resistant here at the top, just under 211. On Google, stock is down 1.58%. So Google, I mean, that news came out, and then this thing got decimated yesterday on Thursday's session, and even today, I mean, there was no big signs of any recovery here on Google stock. But one thing I want to point out, this gap is still open at 165, and it's trading right at the lower Bollinger Band, so it's getting extremely, extremely oversold. We might see a bounce back up to 170 early as next week. There will be support after filling this gap, and so far that is acting as a support 165. And if this thing gives up 165, we do have support at 162, and then this gap comes into play 159.24. To the upside, 170 can break. In that case, you're going to see a move back up to right here, 5-day moving average 174 and then 176. On Meta, it's down 0.70%. So Meta was another play that I actually took yesterday, right here, pretty much at the lows, under 550. I took 600 calls, and this thing paid immediately, same day delivery. Even on my swing, this thing got up to 563. Still holding two runners. For Thanksgiving, we might get that rally up to 573. So in that case, I'm still up like $10 on my position. So why would I sell it? Still holding. And now you can see, I mean, it's going back and forth, and we still did not fill this gap. Also, we did not fill this gap to the upside. So nobody knows what's going to happen next week. But with, Thanksgiving, usually that's bullish. That's a big holiday. Market likes to run, and we're going to have a short week. So watch out. Right now, it's holding right here, guys, 558. Over this level, we definitely have a chance to fill this gap at 573, and that is where we're going to find strong resistance right here on Meta because of these moving averages. If we can clear that, then it's going back up to 600. Now 558 gives up. In that case, support will be down here at 551, and then we have lower Bollinger Band sitting at 548, and then we have this gap just under 545, which can act as a support also on Meta. On Apple stock, it's up 0.59%. So Apple is all over the place. And you can see again, I mean, it got over 230, but we closed under 230. So I think this is going to be massive. If Apple can actually get over 230, it can easily get up to this high 237. And over that, we'll be looking for brand new all-time highs, which could be 240 to even 250 on Apple. And you can see this consolidation, this sideways chop, it's been going on for pretty much a couple of months now. And I think something big is going to take place, but don't forget, how the market is going up, where dollar going up, we got yield going up, pretty much gold going up. So, I mean, everything is going up in this market. If something were to happen, which I'm not expecting this year, but especially with Trump going back into that office, like last time, what happened? He had to deal with COVID. Now who knows? He might have to deal with a recession or whatever that is, because you can have a strong dollar, you can have yield going up, and then we have gold going up, while S&P 500 also going up. So things can really quickly change in the market, and a lot of other political news here that people are not even talking about, like Russia and Ukraine and all that that is happening, stuff happening in the Middle East. So lots of things, and then this guy is about to take office, take that office back soon. So nobody knows what's happening. As far as Apple here, you can see big bear flag forming here. Also this wedge forming. So who knows what the heck is coming, guys? But definitely the way things are going up, you guys saw that MSTR thing, and that is why, not only to show you guys that that was a winning trade, that's not the message. I'm also showing you guys, when things are going up straight line, just going up, 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 what happens? Flash crash. Quickly down how much? I think it was down like 160 or 70 bucks in just matter of couple hours. So imagine something like that were to take place in the market. It can happen. It happened before. It can happen definitely when things are going up in a straight line. No significant pullback, and just buying into buying, buying into buying, buy high and sell high. Things can take a different turn. It just matter of some news and what is going to take place, and especially with that massive gap up on election. And not to mention, I'm showing you guys this right now. I mean, look at this gigantic gap up here. I mean, we never came back. I think there is another gap here that we never actually filled on Apple stock. These are down here, but I'm not saying Apple is a big stock that it's going to crash down like 100 bucks in a couple hours. This is not MSTR. This is a big name, but things can take place on a situation where things got nowhere to go to the upside. We'll definitely see a lot of selling, big money, smart money. They will be selling, and guess what? We retail traders, investors always think like, oh, they're gonna buy the dip, so I'm gonna buy it right here. And guess what? This is not the dip you want. They might be selling even more. So just be careful next couple months and into end of this year, because October went by and there was nothing. Usually you get a pullback. We had a bullish October, September, same thing. There was a mini pullback in August, and that was because of Japanese yen. But nothing is happening, guys. I mean, you guys saw that drop just few days ago. Triple Q was down like 10, 11 bucks, and next day gap up and go. They ate the dip. So it's really hard when market is just going higher. You need opportunities to go long, and there are no opportunities. There is some stock out there, you can buy, but when you look at the big names, like Tesla was the only one lagging behind, all gone, near all-time highs, over $1 trillion market cap. I mean, it's just going crazy. So Apple here, if you look at my screen, 230 breaks, we might see that move. Until then, this thing can come back and takes out this trend line right here. That is near 225 now. But before that, there will be support at 227.73 and then 225. Under that level, you'll see 220, and then this gap comes into play, 216.90 on Apple. So Nvidia ER went by and there is no such big move on AMD, only up 0.63%, and this thing is not making a big move. But you can look at my screen, holding this trend line so far and respecting. But we all know that if this is what holding AMD, and if that gives up, you'll see a flush down to 128, 125, 122, and possibly even much lower. It's holding right here at 138. We need a move up to 144, and if this thing can clear this 20-day moving average, in that case, you're going to see 148, and then it's going to look much more bullish for a move up to 154 to even up to this gap 159. On Microsoft, it's up 1%. So, I've been talking about it, but I don't have it on my screen. So, finally, thought about putting it right on my screen. Now, if you look at my screen, guys, what do you see here? A giant bear flag forming. Also, if you look at my screen, we got head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and also a mini head and shoulder pattern playing inside this bear flag. Now, we all also know that in this market so far, last 1 year or so, you know, bear flags are actually bullish. Head and shoulder patterns are bullish. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it's there. And that is why, you know, uh, I need to show you guys that it's there. We got two gaps on top. And if we can take out top of this, uh, channel right here on this bear flag, in that case, it's going to look bullish. But you can see it's a long way down from this gap, 443. So Microsoft, in my view, it's not looking too hot, right? I mean, we got this giant bear flag forming, a lot of chop, and who knows what's coming next. So Microsoft, it's over 413, but you can see a lot of the times it came down here. We got this trend line as a support and the 413 here. So if that gives up right here, immediately you will see 404 and then 400. Now to the upside, we cannot clear 420. Only if that happens, we might see this thing moving up, possibly with Thanksgiving up to this gap, 432. So that is your upside play as long as we're over 413 on Microsoft and we get that breakout also over 420. On Tesla stock, it's up 3.80%. So Tesla here, count Tesla out of other names. And it's not going to pull back anytime soon. You're not going to see any significant pullback. And why? Well, there is a lot of consolidation. We got this massive run up. We got the pullback that it needed. I mean, it was a huge pullback. 358 down to, I mean, almost was $50 that was gone within just a matter of 3-4 trading days. Then we had this gap up and go again. Then last, and this was really on my radar today, Friday, that I was going to play this. But look at the way this thing opened. Opened at 341. There wasn't actually any big dip or anything, and then things were just going high. I mean, look at the move. 361 came. So imagine buying same day expiration on this one today. That would have been big money. But usually I like to buy Tesla on Monday, but this thing is running even on Friday now. After this mini consolidation, 4 days going back and forth, what we got? Boom, breakout over now. There will be support around 348 to 346. If that level holds, we're going all the way up to 382. That is where this Bollinger Band now heading, and then possibly even 400. Now, to the downside, like I said, 348 to 346. Under that level, we also have support at 344, 5-day moving average, and then 330 underneath that level. Talk about this gap fill reversal, 324. That would be a dip buying opportunity if we get that next week on Tesla. Otherwise, it's gone. You will see Tesla heading up to 382 and possibly even 400. On Nvidia stock is down 3.22%. So Nvidia, definitely the earnings are not helping. Investors are not liking that earnings. And now it's pulling back. You can see it actually came under this critical support 144. It's not holding. Looks like we're going down to, and it did pretty much almost got there today, 140. Now holding at almost 142. So 140, that's gonna be your line in the sand for the Monday session. But if this thing opens under 140, that opens the door for a move up to 136. And this is where this thing needs to hold right here, 136. If not, you're going to see significant selling here on Nvidia stock. Now, If this is just a normal pullback, nothing is going to take place, then in that case, it needs to get over this resistance right here, 144. And if that happens, we're going back up to 150 plus again on Nvidia stock. But with this kind of choppiness right here on Nvidia, I'm not too sure we're going to see that big move up, back up to the upside. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated going into Monday's session.